All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be answering that question of why you shouldn't be cheesing your fights. This is just something I've been thinking about recently. This is more of like a thought type video, with like the release of 9.1, for example, or SOS, Summer of Suffering content. I just see tons of these videos of like, cheeses or cheat codes, things like that. I guess. There's always tons of that, and most of it's probably just clickbait, to get you to look, which totally get. But I want to talk about why, if you're a person who wants to get better at this game, who enjoys this game, and would like to improve, for those of you who don't, or whatever it is, just a casual game, don't let me tell you how to play. That's totally up to you. Choose the champions you want, play how you want. If that's what gets you to enjoy this game, then go for it. But if you're someone like myself who wants to get better at this game, continually wants to improve and try new things, as challenging as those things might be, I think this is going to help you out a lot. So, again, advice for the players that want to get better at the game. But first and foremost, with something in the background, we've got the Orochi boss fight. I used Ironheart because I heard she was a good counter, but I still got to play out the entire fight. It wasn't like the Magneto cheese or something like that where you just spam special 3 with a ton of prowess. So I guess the number one point is that cheesing, or the cheat code fix, is a workaround, that doesn't actually build your skill of the game. You do a certain thing, and then, special 3 go burr, and your game's over, And so it actually is going to make you worse over time. And obviously that's counterproductive to getting better at the game. Because a lot of these fights will have a particular skill that it's testing, essentially. So for example, with Orochi, it's really intercepts, right? You can't parry her, and you get damages with debuffs and whatever, but she's highly aggressive, and as each phase you move through, she gets even more aggressive. And so in a way, it makes it easier to intercept her as the fight progresses. And that's really good practice. Not every AI is going to be that way. And so take that opportunity to learn how to intercept better. I get it. You might be short on resource or whatever. You don't have to use revives, but getting through the quest isn't too tough if you want to continue to practice that. And practice your medium intercepts, practice your light intercepts. Practice all sorts of things. You get a little bit of spacing practice here with the special 1 and the special 2. Like the special 2 is pretty wild, but if you time it right, you can counter with heavy attacks, or you can counter in various different ways. And so it's a good opportunity for you to practice and actually get better at the game. Because to be honest with you, I like that the game is presenting more and more difficult challenges, and they're only going to get different or test different skills. So it's a good time to practice and get better at those things and get prepared for the challenges that are going to come throughout the game. Because if there's one thing I know, you're not going to quit this game because of the challenge. You're far more likely to quit the game because of boredom. And people maybe don't realize that. For some reason, they think that they want the game to be easier, and that's not true. You want a good challenge. Don't get me wrong, you want it to be fair, but you like the challenge. So, that's something that keeps you coming back to the game. I see it all the time, right? You see it on different forum posts, or even on Reddit communities, or Twitter and things like that, where people complain about the game all the time. But then it's like they're back, a week later complaining about something else, or a month later complaining about something else. They're still playing the game. So it's evidence that you enjoy it. Otherwise you wouldn't keep playing. If the game was so challenging that, you just absolutely hated it, you'd quit playing. And so for me, at least, it's like I quit the game for a good period of time, kind of towards when it first released, because I got bored. The fighting was just parry, 5-hit combo, parry, 5-hit combo, and so on and so forth. And to me, that's not fun. If the game gets too easy, you have a magic type character, at least back in the day, where you just completely pin someone against the wall and control them. It's cool, for a little while, but you're going to get bored, and that's why you're going to leave the game. And so I think the challenge is good. We need more of that. And I think that, not that you have to force yourself to do challenging things or things that are nearly impossible, you know, like 2 stars versus SOS champions. You don't have to do those things. But if that's a way for you to test your skills, then you go for it, you know. I would just say if you can avoid the cheese, you definitely should. And it's going to make you better at the game. I think you're going to enjoy the game more. You're going to get to use various champions because of the skills you're going to develop. And overall, you're going to have a much more enjoyable experience than if you just Ronin cheese, if you Hercules cheese, if you, you know, whatever the new cheese or cheat code is. I think you're going to enjoy the game a whole lot more if you do that. So those are just some of my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and good luck in the battle realm, my friend.